Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Music Den. I'm your host, Armando Venditti, and I'm going to be talking about another documentary DVD. Now, remember when I said that I was going to do a video of a DVD that's a little bit off the beaten path? Well, this is the one, okay? This is a DVD. It's quite the DVD collection. It's called Forgive the Glare, Crystal Lake Memories, the complete history of Friday the 13th. Hopefully you can see that. It's better. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. The glare of the monitor kind of ruins it. Again, this came out in 2013, and it's a double disc. It is I call it a tour de force for a documentary. It clocks in at 5 hours and 30 minutes. It pieces together every single behind the scenes documentary of Friday the 13th on 2 discs. And it's quite extensive. It covers from the beginning, from the very first Friday the 13th in 1980 up until the remake that came out in 2000, I believe 2009. Again, don't quote me on that. And I am not one for horror movies whatsoever. I mean, I can't usually stomach them, but for some reason, when I saw this package, this DVD, it piqued my interest. And on this DVD, you have contributing, you have Sean S. Cunningham, the creator of producer of Friday the 13th, Corey Feldman, Robert Englund, who else? Adrian King, Alice Cooper, Wes Craven, Ari Lehman, who played the young Jason Voorhees in the first Friday the 13th, Betsy Palmer, who played Pamela Voorhees, infamous Betsy Palmer. It's Aaron Gray from of all shows, Silver Spoons and Buck Rogers. It's a who's who of basically that was in the movie. And I gotta tell you, this collection, again here, try and put it up there, is very thorough. It goes in great detail of what special effects that they wanted to use. Tom Savini, who did the special effects for the movies, he talks about how he was a fan of Carrie when he started working on the movie, and how the jump scare at the end of Friday the 13th with Jason coming out of the water was basically a direct inspiration from the grave scene, the dream sequence from Carrie. I gotta tell you, Carrie is featured in this about 3 times, okay, in terms of scenes. And it also, I failed to mention, it also delves into the short-lived Friday the 13th series that was shot in Canada, but it had no relation to the character of Jason in the movies aside from the name. I believe that they wanted it specifically set that way. But again, it is a very detailed and very comprehensive telling of the making of the movies and the special effects that went into them. I gotta tell you, watching the special effects, for me, to an extent, desensitized me to watching the movies themselves. I subsequently bought the Mammoth edition of the box set of all of the movies, and I mean, now I know what went into doing those scenes, so it's not as horrific to me or as eerie to me or scary than it was before. And if you can imagine sitting in a house watching this documentary here for 5.5 hours in a bedroom, shut off, with it in an old house with creaking stairs, and a dog at the time, who's Tina, our dog Tina, who would literally bark at everything that moved. Even if she passed gas, she'd bark. So I'd be jumping every other scene, hearing her bark. I thought somebody was in the house, but that's neither here nor there. So I picked this up at my local record shop, Sunrise Records. This goes for roughly between $25 to $35. Some people would say that that's pricey for a documentary, but you know what? You get, again, 5.5 hours of anything you wanted to know about Friday the 13th, about the series, why it failed, where it went wrong, the ins and outs of the issues with the directors and the producers and people that were hired to basically be on set to watch things and make sure that things were production was more cost effective. And that's being very, very polite saying that. And again, the involvement of Alice Cooper and the fact that he was willing to work with with the movie to write some songs for the soundtrack, some incidental music, I believe, and the theme, the man behind the mask. So yeah, it's a very entertaining movie and documentary. And if you want to, basically pick a day when you've got nothing else to do, which I know is difficult for people to do, but if you want to pick a day where you've got really nothing to do and you want to basically scare the crap out of yourself, or learn how they do it to scare the crap out of you. I mean, this documentary, again, I will show it again right here. This documentary is for you. Again, Crystal Lake Memories, The Complete History of Friday the 13th. And you can grab it on Amazon. You can grab it at your local video record shop that sells videos or DVDs. And I think you will enjoy it. I know I did. I've watched it quite a few times, and when I picked it out to do this episode, I was thinking about doing it again. So when I have time, which these days is actually quite frequent. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hopefully you like what you see and the content. And again, as I said before, I know the videos. I am still a babe in the woods. I'm still learning. So please hit like and subscribe, and leave comments below. If you like what you see, let me know. And hopefully I can continue to bring you more content. Anyways, for now, I'll sign off. You guys have a great day, and please take care of yourselves. Bye.